Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. So I tweaked things around a little bit over here. Traffic was actually going to be a major nightmare over here, and so I tweaked things around, upgraded this road a little bit. The other thing I also did, which I kind of started doing at the end of the last episode, is I enabled the advanced AI for traffic. And I must say it is much better. People are actually, like, emergency vehicles are now doing kind of the funny movement, so on. We're getting a much better split of traffic on the lanes. This one, however, still seems to be a little bit funny, but most of the others are, look at that, that is perfect split of traffic into lanes. And well, these ambulances are probably going to go that direction, but yeah, that just kind of helps us out a little bit. So there's a better movement. So these are two lanes that wants to go this way. These are doing it, but there's a better split. There's just generally a better split of traffic, so we're not getting that big queue over there. So what are we going to do over here now? I am thinking about starting work on a big intersection over here. I am also thinking we should probably extend some of this. I want a bigger commercial area in this spot right here. So what we could do is I could actually tweak, get rid of this little one here. So let's get rid of this. I'm just gonna get rid of that one, and then what I'll do is I'll get one of the small lanes to go in there. Okay, so that's going to be good. I want that road. Well, I'm not too fond of these, to be honest. Let's just get some standard roads in here. Gonna do that. Some standard roads in there. And now what we'll need to do is we'll need to kind of almost turn it. Something like that. Okay, I think that is probably good. And then, yeah, we'll see about what we do with that now. What I want to do is I want to extend this one, and no, I want a straight tie-in over there. Hopefully that'll give us a fair bit of give us some alleviation over here. It's not typically what you would see as the greatest way of doing it. Actually, to be honest, that thing should probably be in the opposite direction. Yeah, let's do that. Opposite direction on that one, so these guys can get back onto the service road from the back roads. That is, I think, what we're trying to achieve. What I wanted to check is if I use this one instead. The other one does. How does that? I like the other one more. The other one's better. The other one is better. This one. This one is better. It looks more realistic. So I'll give it a little bit more. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to need to run it kind of something like. So if I do that, and now what I want to do is I want to something like this, huh? Yeah, I like that. Piper Street over here is pretty good. Now, this one, Greenway, is just a normal little road. We will... How will we tie it in? Do something like that. We can tie it in over there. Yeah, I think that is okay. It's a little bit more, shall we say, what's the word that I'm looking for? A little bit more organic growth over there. So yeah, that's pretty good. What I'll do is I'll run a few dead ends in this area like so. Do the similar thing over here. I'm going to tie that in together like that. Like that. We'll do a bit of these blocks. Kind of thinking we do this and then we kind of have it to do a little bit of a turn. Let's see what we can do. We do that. Ooh, I didn't want to go too straight over there. Let's try that again. There we go, something like this, a bit more interesting over there. And at the same time, I'm also thinking we could probably just extend this straight and straight in there, and the same thing like that. So that gives us a little bit of, but this one I can actually tie this one in here. So let's do that. Actually, hang on, if we go straight in there, yeah, that's not bad. That actually is kind of okay if we go straight in there. And what I'm thinking of doing is actually giving a little piece over there, yeah. Yeah, that looks fairly interesting with these explicit clusters that we have got going on over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in a little bit more of the high density right here. These guys loving their commercial pieces. Then I'm going to start going a little bit more low density. So let's pop in some of that, some of that, some of that. This area through here, these pieces, a little bit of low density over there and over there. Exact corners are not going to get much action, so that's something we can do. I don't want to zone on this. Maybe we'll do a bit of a park environment on here. I'm almost thinking we do a bit of a the problem is we don't have any train, tram, any of that. So centrally we're probably going to need some sort of bus station also. No, I'm not doing that. So let's see what kind of, can we grab one of these bus stations and just going to add them somewhere. Actually, that is quite nice and central over there. So if we do something like that, I'm not sure what it was that we were seeing. Yeah, that is pretty decent. It fits in there quite well too. Buses can get in there quite easily, go down the roundabouts, make their turns, all of those kind of things. Okay, then I'm also thinking we need to yeah, so that area. So this one here, I'll still do a little bit of this. So let's add a little in. Like so. At the same time, yeah, let's fill in there. What we'll also do is we'll do a little bit more of that over there. Ooh, not exactly that. I'll fill it in a little bit over here. And then do a bit of a... Why? This is something's a little funny. Okay, so we're getting some of that going on. I'm thinking this stretch over here will go back to the little bit more lower density, and we'll fill that up like so. And that over there. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ooh, we need a little bit of water to come in this direction. Okay, let's run this one through there. You're getting that going on. You should have... Are we rolling blackouts? Yeah, again. That is crazy. We've got two of these guys and we're still getting rolling blackouts whenever the sun seems to hide behind something. Why though? We're not making use of any solar. If we switch this on, how much are we going to get generated from here? 80 megawatts only. That should cover our... And that one? 240. Okay, well, let's switch those on and we'll see what we get, but that should cover at least most of the issues we've been having. Still a little bit of water. Okay, so what we'll do is we will run some pipes along that section there. Okay, so this area is fairly well managed and controlled. So what I'm thinking is, I should do a little bit of a... Should it all be commercial? That looks fairly silly, to be honest. Let's... what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these and we're going to start working on a bit of an office cluster. I think this little piece over here is not bad. What I wanted to do now is make sure that we do... no, that's not what I want. Bring that back, please. I don't want it to go quite that far. So you go there, you go there. From this piece of road over here, let's just take off the snapping. Do that, and that, that, and that, and I'll redo this section right here so that we can have it go to the bed crossing right there. So now there's crossings and things going on. We can fill in a little bit of more of a park kind of environment. Let me just get rid of these two. And then what I want to do is now let's start zoning a little bit office space here. Okay, so with a bit of office space popping in. Okay, we'll have a bit of a... hang on, I want an IT cluster. Give me an IT cluster. Come on. We're going to grab that. Commercial. This is an IT cluster, please. So any of these guys need to open up as an IT cluster instead. Yeah, that can almost spill over in there. How is that looking? It doesn't actually spill over, but what I'll do is I'm gonna spill it over. So I'm gonna spill it over. I'm gonna spill it over like that. There we go. There we go. So Forest District, which I'll rename at some point. Wow, that is a pretty big building that's popping up right over there. Interesting piece of IT cluster that we're seeing. I'm almost wondering if we should run a bit of a recycling center in this area too. These guys are going crazy because they're liking something that's happening over here. But yeah, the bulk of this is high density, and this is our high density area. This one is all going to be more suburb kind of things. So let's see about continuing this. Probably mainly these guys. So let's run that down there. I'm kind of thinking what we should do in this area is run a bit of one of these recycling centers. Maybe not the big one. Maybe we'll run the small recycling center right over there at the edge. Yeah, that kind of almost fits in the way that works. Wow. I'm almost worried about all of these IT buildings popping up over here, given that is sizable. That is really sizable. So the issue that we're going to face here is that we're not going to have enough transport for everybody to get in. As you can see, immediately this thing is already again facing problems because of that. They're all coming in from here. Well, hopefully we'll be able to accommodate it. What I'm worried about is that we may have to just stick with these handful of clusters here and then go back to a bit of commercial and residential. So let me do a little bit of a residential spill in here, just a little bit, and then what we'll do is we will fill in a little bit more of the commercial stuff. Something like this. Yeah, let's do a bit of that. Lower density stuff. Right there. Okay, so hopefully that's a bit of commercial that's going to pop in there. I may actually do a little bit of a similar thing kind of right over here with the rest of this. Okay, so we've got a few bits and pieces of towers right there. Maybe what I should do is fill in a little bit more. Okay, do a bit of a run over there and over there. Over there, then what I'll do is I will do the path over here a bit. Through there. If I do this, it actually works. It actually works quite well like that. Okay, good stuff. So there's a little bit more action happening in here. I'm hoping we can resolve that without too much. We might have to end up upgrading this entire road if this is really going to be as significant generating traffic as it is looking like over here. Okay, and then over on this side I'll fill in a little bit more of this. Yeah, so what we'll do is I'll keep filling in these areas like so that we don't actually fill in on the main road over there, but we try and maximize what we can get out of this There we go. So that should be okay. We'll pop in one more over there. Hoping that's kind of doing the trick. We'll do a similar thing on the other side. So we'll squeeze in a little bit more like this. Right there and right there. Okay, so we should keep that road fairly clear of too much worrying traffic. Like so. We could do walkways and the likes up there. So that section there is we've got a bit of traffic running through there. What I'd also like to look at is if I... Yeah, I don't think we're going to do the edges though. If we do that... Yeah, that's okay. So we're opening up a bit more of that. Traffic there seems to be flowing well. This is our big thing here. We may have to upgrade that intersection as well to make sure that we keep getting these guys to flow. Okay, we have a fire department over here, so this guy should find it. Okay, what I'm going to do now I'm going to look into how we're going to lay out our residential streets. And I am interested in saying, okay, so residential streets, what we'll have, I'm not going to go too close to that. I might actually upgrade that road at some point. So what we'll do is we'll, and get the snapping back on, not this one, that one, let's do the snapping. So again, we can probably get some kind of connection out of there. So what I'll do is I'll run, say something like that. Okay, try that again. Why am I getting this as a problem? So what I need to do is I want to trim it back in here, probably about center line over there. No, too much. Come on. Probably around center line over here somewhere. I'm going to do this kind of thing and we'll tie in over there. And then we'll kind of have up and downs. There we go. That's more what I want. Yeah, that's the one. Run that one through there. And let's trim this one back a little bit so that we... Okay, just trim it back even more. And now, let's see. So, kind of like that. Yeah. So there we go. That's a very basic, almost residential layout that we're going to try and do. I'm kind of tempted to actually do the connection straight through on there as also. I think that's probably a good idea. Now we've got a fairly decent connection all the way through. What I might do is I might break things up a little bit. I'm making longer and not as long blocks. Just so there's a little bit more interest in the area and how it looks and feels and so on. Okay, so now what I want to do is at the back of this we're going to have yet another row of commercial properties right there, and then we're going to start running these things out. Big chunks of residential. See about adding a few civics in this area, but again we're gonna run as much as possible of this as big chunks of residential. Ooh, don't want to do that, don't want to do any of that. Okay, so there we go. So we'll get some nice residential areas in there. Now what I want to do is I want to have a look at placing a few park type things, like a shady park. How can we... Yeah, something like that is probably a good spot for us. Yeah. Then what we'll do is at the same time we'll also run a bit of a school in here. Community college, that's a University Science Hall. This is a Toronto style high school and a public library. So let's pop the library in there. That's probably pretty good. At the same time, we may also go with a bit of a school right here. Okay, and what we'll also do here is we'll put a bit of a clinic at the back there. Clinic and fire department, maybe? Something like that. This little cluster is looking pretty decent right there. So the one thing that we're missing here is the police. The police I'll put all the way on the other side. Over here, what is this? Small police station. Just because it's closer to the commercial stuff right there, so we'll do a small little police station at the back there to sort things out. Okay, now let's quickly run our water. I think that is actually pretty decent, pretty decently spaced. A bit of a redundancy right there, and we'll run that one in there, and we'll run this one through there. So now there's a pretty decent supply of water in there, and we've got a nice little step down into a more suburban area. What? Now we're out of water. What's going on? Water treatment. Okay, so let's go and see our water treatment facilities over here. What is that? A pumping service. I think it's just these that I'm running. Okay, so give me a bit of a road in that general direction, and then we will do some more of these water services. One there, and yeah, one more there. Hopefully that will be sufficient for now. At the same time, I may do a similar little one right here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So that should give us a fair bit more water supply. Run this one up here, and we'll tie it in. Okay, so now all of these should be helping us out on the waterfront. Okay, so that should help fair bit. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. This should be able to step down. I'm still wondering whether I'm gonna upgrade this road right down here. But that's a pretty nice little layout. What I wanted to do, not that, what I wanted to do is if I go under medical, there was this community pool thing over here, which I thought would be pretty good for us to squeeze in. So let's add that. We'll add a bit of a community pool right here. And the yoga spot. Okay, then we'll go to parks and we'll see what we can squeeze. We can squeeze in one of these, the Japanese Zen garden next to the yoga spot. Yeah, all of that pretty good. Community pool. Oh, someone's swimming, and we can further detail that area a little bit more. We've got a library and a school over here. We can detail that. Nice, nice, nice. All of that, the rest of all of that is all kind of already zoned, so we'll just keep zoning that. No, that's not going to be zoned right there. Okay, so all of this can kind of start to fill in. A nice little area of residential right there. So this area, I mean, that's so low density. It's really not we're not needing to add any kind of major public transport in here. A little bus service or something running down here is probably all we need. That is getting crazy busy because something here is not quite working that well. I'm almost wondering whether we I don't know. Maybe what we should do is, so we've already got this one, right? So what we should maybe do is just put these two together so that they don't actually have people make those turns. But the question is, are we going to now get less people trying to go in there? Not sure. But yes, this is entirely very busy. I am almost considering going to the 6-lane thing through here to be able to make this work. Why the hell do we have this happening? Got a lot of trucks now running through here. That's crazy. We've got this guy. Okay. Get this all out the door. These things are looking pretty good. Wow, and it's raining. It's been raining for a while now. I think most of this episode we've had rain. Nice. I think that is almost... yeah, it's working a little bit better now, so hopefully... where are these guys coming from? Why are they parking there? I like it. I don't mind them parking there. Is there a game on? Not sure. I don't mind them parking there, but yeah, why are they parking there? Are they parking there coming over here? Again with this thing, what I just want to do, I just want to make sure that we don't have them coming in from both sides. One side is okay, one side is okay, one side is okay, but if they come in from both sides at one of these areas, it's a little bit problematic. Why ambulances? How the hell did these ambulances get in there? You know what I should do? Right here, I'm gonna say there or there, and here I'm gonna say there, to hopefully make this whole thing work a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's gonna help our right turn, our left turn a lot over here. A lot. Yeah, these guys can still do that thing. That's not a problem. I think we are helping that out a little bit. We don't have too many people doing the aggressive behavior, apart from guys going into that lane, and then yeah, I don't have any way of dealing with it. Okay, so keep running. Yeah, I think we're getting a lot more capacity around this left turn now with these two lanes doing their thing here. A lot more capacity through there. Yeah, it's working fairly well, I would suggest. Yeah, these guys changing the lane to come to the front. I like it. They should be able to get a spot in there. Nice. Now when this thing moves again, we should get a lot of capacity through there. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good, and I think I should put a cut in this episode. We'll continue to fill things up. I will transition this into the parks DLC so that we can build a few parks, a few realistic parks in the area. I think we're... Oof, I hope we're dealing with it appropriately now. You know what? We need to be able to feed in. That is a the direct route from that side. This is a very nice little route. The alternate that I'm kind of contemplating is we can also run a road tunnel through here, which will see a bit of this traffic from here at least. Not that we should necessarily be using that piece of road to make it difficult, but anyway, I think the way I've set it up now is definitely going to see a lot more capacity for this movement happen. Yeah, now they're definitely doing their thing a little bit better now, clearing all of this. What I don't like is the stuff that I'm seeing over here, so I don't want this to happen. So please make sure you don't do that. Okay? Nice. Now I think that's okay. We'll get the capacity working a little bit better over here, and then we're just going to try. So these guys just keep doing that, which is okay. I don't mind that too much, but I'm definitely trying to get a little bit smoother flow of the traffic. So yeah, that's fine. I think this is what's going to happen here. Yeah, that works very well. Yeah, we just need to get this one to run a little bit more frequently if we want that to work. Yeah, it gets a fair bit of opportunity. Does it actually run as much? Does it take its full? I don't know if it actually takes its full time. I'm going to try it now and see if the next phase, and that'll definitely be the end of this episode. That one is running. Since we've upgraded the road from the bottom here, it is also getting a fair bit more traffic. Okay, now these guys, 3 seconds to 7, 6. So it is. I think it is using up its entire piece of green time. Yeah, absolutely. So we should probably extend that green time a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe if we extend it more, it won't be able to clear the rest of it. Look, I think we're doing a decent job of it. So I think it's fine. The only question is, will we keep blocking this up, or are we gonna, or with the changes that we've made, is it sufficient to actually keep it flowing if it didn't have to deal with this major backlog? And that is going to be the question. Okay, guys, but thank you so much for watching. If you've got some suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. If you've liked it, hit that like button. And yes, I will see you next time when we continue to fill in all of this and see how we make better use of our traffic areas. This area is getting a little bit busier than I anticipated and was expecting for this intersection itself. So it is becoming a little bit problematic. We may have to look at cutting something through here or going around here at the very least. I think that may be pretty decent if we go around this way to feed it from that side. But okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.